What's up, everybody? It's your boy Elan, back with another lo-fi song that I released. Want to show you the production breakdown. This song was called Jupiter Drops, and I released it last year. It's on all digital platforms. But I wanted to give you a quick run through of how I put this song together. So let's get into it. I think the main ingredient of this song was a synth sound that I found on. Hope it has it. Let's see. Yeah. It's such a cool sound. It's already got that pulsating sound. So it kind of set the tempo for me. Usually I'm not in double time, but for this one, for this song, I did it in double time. So we're at 145. I think because I wanted it to bounce a little more. So I did this song in double time. Yeah. That's it. I took the patch and I did a little bit of EQing right inside of the DAW. Controlled some of the 4500. 320, some of the mid-range out, and then slope the bottom, control the sub a little bit. You see how that gets a little bit muddy there. Yeah, I like that. So that's what we started with right there, and then I knew it was gonna be that vibe, that double time. So I went retro and got this old school, straight out of Hallian. This is a real low quality hi-hat, but for this genre, that's what I wanted. So here we go. We had, almost sounds behind, doesn't it? Yeah, and I think that's what I liked about it. So we had the hi-hat, and then it's a real basic song, lo-fi, real basic, and just to set a vibe, set a mood. And once again, Mr. Rob with the sub bass. This is a preset I use. I don't think I did any tweaking. I might have messed with the glide a little bit, but then that just puts that bounce because we're in double time. And for the drums on this one, I used the built-in drum machine sampler, whatever you want to call it, but I made a kit out of I think he's a producer named TM88. It's kind of an older kit, but I built a kit around his stuff. Real basic stuff. Some kicks and snares and hats, and programmed in the beat. Kick, snare. Yeah, because we had the hi-hat already. So kick and snare there. No processing on here. Oh, maybe I put some reverb. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. So I added some reverb to that for here. And that's the built-in Steinberg Cubase reverb, one of them. Reverence. So, yep, added a little bit of that just to give it a vibe. And all together, And then then the last, again, real simple, lo-fi stuff, just setting vibes, setting melodies. This one, what did we do here? I loaded up ambient black. Let's see. Yeah. Actually, you know what? This was probably the sound that set the tone. Yeah, that was it. This is such a cool plug, cool synth. So as you can see, it was a preset called Warped Glass Organ, and it's such a cool. So I started with just this basic melody right here. Double time. Yeah, so that is what I started with. I remember now. Went with that the Warped Glass Organ from Ambient Black. Love that. Yeah. Added drums. Sub bass. Sound, the hat, that was it. That was the whole vibe of the song. And there was another section that we transferred to, was I think it was here, maybe then. Yeah. Kind of the, I guess you'd call it the bridge of the song, but I have to trigger it on the one, otherwise the synth gets lost because it's got a kind of arpeggiator thing. So here's where we transferred. We took the chords to a different. See it behind. Yeah. So I didn't introduce any new instruments or anything on the bridge. Just changed the chords. Let's see. Yeah, took that same sound. And that patch has so much vibe. I love it. Drums stayed the same. Obviously the bass changed to move with it. Come, it's getting stuck. There it is. That was it. Kept that the same. We forgot a little, this guy, we have a little piano in there too. So in the song, I think the piano's holding down some melody. And I'm using the Verb from Steinberg. It's got some really cool textured pianos. Especially good for this kind of stuff. Did some tweaks here with the distance and the reverb. Ooh, reverb all the way maxed out. That's dry. Went all the way up with it. That's the melody. It's pretty. And then on the change, hit some of the chords. Yeah, and all together. that's it. That's the whole song. Yeah, real basic, easy mix as I always do. I send everything to a submix. The submix then goes to the stereo out. So I don't have anything on my stereo out ever except analyzers, Insight, and just a limiter, just not doing anything, just to prevent clipping, and also so I don't forget when I bounce it. You know, I do dither. I do dither 16-bit flat on this. That's the setting I use. So submix, everything's going here. I use a little trimmer to make sure that the levels are all grouping fine. Gotta add some tape, of course. Put some tape on there, some EQ overall. Yeah, just the control, the low end. I got a little bit at 214 and a little bit at 43. These are dynamic EQs. As you can see, they're only engaged when the frequency hits a certain area. And then I love this by TDR, the Nova Gentleman's Edition. Basically, this changed a lot of my mixes. You basically run your most dynamic passage through it, you know, a chorus or something, and let it analyze, and it kind of gives you some ideas of where there's some resonance going on, where there's buildup, and then it pops up and I'll do a whole video on it, and it pops up and shows you the areas, and 90% of the time it's correct. So when I had it analyze, it basically told me, you know, these areas, some things are going on, and so it's doing some dynamic EQ on those areas when it hits the threshold. And you can control each band here, or if certain bands you don't like, you can just turn them off. But you can control each band, and you can control the threshold. You can control basically everything on each band. But I love it. So you can hear it kind of clamping the snare a little bit, clamping the snare down a little bit. And of course, all in this middle area, it's cleaning up a lot of the mud in the middle. That plugin is amazing. And then I got Purple by Acoustica, which is basically, I believe it's a Pultec style EQ. Just looks like an ever so slightly boosting 8K, like barely, but that's all it is sometimes. And like I always say with these Acoustica plugins, sometimes just running it through with the preamp on gives it so much character. Just running it through there just gives it all that saturation, and it models analog hardware gear. Amazing stuff. So yeah, you can hear it right in the 8K area doing its magic, a little bit of stuff there. And then bringing everything up to level. I like to, like I say in every video, for Spotify, I like to get my overall volume integrated LUFS to about 14. About 14. And one of my favorite ways to do it is using these TDR limiters. So good. And barely any gain reduction, like half a dB, like not even half a dB, just a little bit there. That's what I love about this plugin too. You just hit delta and it audibly shows you what it's actually doing, so you can solo out what's being reduced. That sounds so good. Yeah, that's it. Run it through. And that's Jupiter Drops, available on all digital platforms. I hope you liked it. If you want more content like this, please like and subscribe, and I will definitely get more stuff out to you. All right.